I can start talking, right? And you can, yeah. Okay, so let me ask you, I'm going to ask you to do a little exercise with me. So you got to trust me, right? Most of you were here last time. So Dr. Rivas, that's who I am. I teach psychology here. And I'm also the Academic Senate President. Come a little bit closer, please. Last time I did a talk on what? Motivation. How to improve motivation. Today I'm going to do a talk and an experience on managing emotions. And because emotions are so important in our learning. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
See, I want to see everybody's, that makes sense? Emotions are important in our learning. Let me hear some ideas. How are emotions important in our learning? Yes.
Well, if you don't feel well,
Beautiful.
you may not feel so inspired or encouraged about doing or completing your class assignment.
Beautiful. So feeling well or happy, motivated, connected is important, right? So how else are emotions important? That's like maybe the biggest, right? What's another way? Accepting. That's even a beautiful, that's even at a deeper, higher level, right? You everybody understand that? So you can have emotions and have positive emotions to where you're being, but accepting your emotions is another, it's an action that you do to move to managing your emotions. How many of us don't like to be anxious? Yeah, well, one of the you like it? No,
my protective defense mode.
Okay, so most of us don't like it. Like, okay, and this is actually good. Most of us don't like anxiety, right? Okay, and what do we want to do when we experience anxiety?
Run.
What's that?
Run.
Run?
Walk.
Walk? Oh, you're talking about walk like exercise?
Yes.
Good, but why do we walk? Because we want to do what?
Blood to heart.
So we want to get we want to walk to really help us with the anxiety. So when we experience anxiety, we want to do something to fix it, right? Does that make sense? Everybody raise your hands. Fix it. What is it? Oh, is that it? Very good. What is it? Fix it.
Anxiety?
Yes, but what is it?
Fix the problem, identifying it.
Good, but what is it? I'm asking you. I'm sort of not being silly.
It is whatever it is that causes you to be stressed.
Good. It.
Because you're anxious.
Good. It is whatever that causes you. You are it. We want to fix I. Do you got me? When I have anxiety, I want to fix me. Right? And a lot of times when people have anxiety, what is a negative thing that people do that stops them from being able to fix themselves? Accepting it. Yeah. Accepting it. Accepting who? Accepting yourself. You got me? So you have to accept yourself. It is me. You got it? I am somebody. So we have to, in anxiety, and a lot of times it's, God, I wish I could get rid of this anxiety. What is the anxiety? Me. So when I say I want to get rid of the anxiety, who do I want to get rid of? You got me? Do we want to get rid of ourselves? No, because if we get rid of ourselves, then we can't fix ourselves and we can't be involved in our learning. So this workshop is about learning about your emotions and managing your emotions so you can feel good or accept yourself and stay and do what you need to do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any questions on that? Just real quick. Any quick questions? Everybody understand that? Okay, good. So let's do a little exercise. I know, beautiful. Let's do a little exercise. Everybody close your eyes. I'm looking around. And Barbara, everybody, close your eyes and listen to me. And keep them closed until I ask you to open them. In about 3 minutes, I'm going to call on one of you to stand up and tell this group of, well, you're not strangers, this group of students, about yourself honestly and in some detail. Between now and then, I want you to imagine that you're the one that I will call upon. So imagine that I'm going to call on you. Keep your eyes closed. I'm giving you a chance to rehearse and decide what you will say. Actually, imagine yourself standing in front of the group facing the people here. What will you say about yourself? Now get in touch with your physical existence. Now keep your eyes closed. Get in touch with how you feel when I say I may ask you to get in front of the group to talk about yourself. Okay, get in touch with how you feel. What is going on in your body? What tension, nervousness, and excitement do you feel? What is happening in your body when you think about me calling you up? Now stay in touch with your physical existence and notice any changes that would occur as I tell you that I'm not going to ask anyone to stand up and tell the group about him or herself. So I'm not really going to ask anybody here. So don't worry. Don't be concerned about it. Be aware of what happens in your body now. Okay? So you can open your eyes. So how many of you, when I said, imagine that you're going to get up front, had a physical reaction? Anybody? Okay, what was your name again? Demisi. What was your physical reaction?
Nervous.
Good, but where did you feel that nervousness in your body?
In my chest.
In your chest. And what did it feel? What did your nervousness, what did you feel like in your chest? Describe the feeling.
Like a knot or something.
Like a knot. That's beautiful. So everybody got it? This is big. This is what this whole thing is about. This lecture today or this discussion. Demisi's knot. No, that's not just your knot. Because anybody else have another feeling? Okay, name?
Marcos.
Marcos, what was your feeling?
It was like claustrophobic.
Okay, but what did you feel in your body?
It feels like it was like.
You're saying it. Say I.
Oh,
I felt butterflies.
I felt butterflies in my stomach.
Good. So we have a knot and butterflies. You got it? Anybody else? Do you want to come into the middle? Thank you. Anybody else have another feeling? We get one more. Come on. Nobody else felt anything? Sweating. So you felt sweating where? Yeah, but you felt sweating in your face, your hands, everywhere. Good. So a knot, butterfly, sweating. Was there something you want to share? Huh? Hurt. Oh, so pain. Okay, so pain. So you get it. So you see what's happening. And now here's the quote. I am somebody. Everybody got it? Demisi, somebody, is the knot. Marcos, somebody, is the butterfly. First name again? Benjamin's is the sweating. And name? Leola's is the pain. Everybody got it? So we each have a physical experience in the world. And when we're stressed, the physical experience affects us. And it affects our ability to what? The name of the gentleman in the red coat? With Sean? It affects what? Our feeling in our body when we're learning affects what?
Our emotions and our wellness,
And our ability to,
well,
in learning, to learn. Everybody got it? So managing emotions, that's what we're talking about today, is about you being in charge of your emotions so you can focus on learning. Because when you're not in charge of focus, that knot can be very scary. Does that make sense?
Yes.
How can that be very scary, that knot?
Because it makes me not want to get up there.
A big hand for Denise. How many people heard her? Everybody hear her? Okay, so what's your name? Vivian didn't hear you, Denise. Say it not. The knot,
The knot makes me not want to get up in front of people.
and I like that double whatever it is. The knot makes me not want to get up. I like that. I love that. I should write that down. Somebody write that down, please. I want to use that. The knot makes me feel like not wanting to get up. And see, it is our birthright to achieve completeness. Remember I said that last time? Well, will that not stop her from being complete? But listen what she said. It stops me it makes me not want to get up. Is it important for Demisi to get up and express herself in the world? Yes. So it will get in her way. Unless we understand our emotions, we can't be complete. Our emotions, emotion, what does that mean? Let's put it right here. Emotion. The prefix E means to move. Our emotions are our body in motion. Everybody got it? And if I don't manage my emotions, my body is moving all over the place and not moving necessarily in where I want to go. Got it? In relationships, in learning, in everything. Okay? So questions? Any questions? Okay. Okay, so now let me get this little, where is that? Where did I put that, Barbara? Me and my, is this it? No. Where did I put that little clip? Oh, there it is. There it is. I see. I'll just look around. Everybody is born unique, remember? Yeah. There's Demisi's knot. Marco's butterflies. Yeah, but Benjamin's sweating. Leola's pain. Everybody's born unique. But most of us die copies. The point is, we can't be ourselves if we don't manage our emotions and direct our life. Does that make sense? Everybody say yes or no. Yes. Yeah, everybody say yes or no. Yes. Good. I want to see some lips moving. There it is. And the difference between unique and copy is fear. Are fear emotions? Yes. Not. Is that fear? Yes. Yes. Butterflies. Is that fear? Sweating, is that fear? Yes. Pain? Yes. So there's the fear. Now, the fear, how many of you have heard of the sympathetic nervous system? Okay, good. So, good. Let me get somebody. Raise your hand again. Raise your hand again. Okay, so name again. Tell me. Sean, tell me what the sympathetic nervous system is.
Sympathetic nervous system.
Oh, I just asked if you heard about it or not. If you heard about it and understand it, right? How many people have heard about the sympathetic nervous system and really understand what it is? Aha. Okay, so good. So let's do this here. Here's where we have the 0 to 100. Who's at 0 in understanding the sympathetic nervous system? Don't you? Beautiful. I love it. Name again? Arion. Beautiful. So he knows he's at 0. I know I'm at 0. Now, if I know I'm at 0, I know myself, right? Yes. You got to know where you are. Okay, who's higher than 0 in understanding the sympathetic nervous system? Okay, Lowell is back there. The action, very good, Lowell. I love it. But Lowell can teach us. Is it okay if Lowell teaches us? Yes. So that's what you say. You got to teach us, Lowell. Now, can you come up here even when the camera's running? I can come up. All right, big hand for Lowell. Big hand for Lowell. Here you go, Lowell. Give him the. No. Teach him. Now, you got to teach us so we understand. Now, when he teaches us, we have to give him 0 to 100 how clear he's teaching us. Everybody got it? Yes. So if we give him 100, we're going to understand what?
Everything he's talking about?
About the
emotion.
About the sympathetic nervous system. So first of all, we got to write down what it spells. Okay. Got to help us out. What word does sympathetic sound like? Sympathy. So it has something to do with sympathy. Do you see how he did it? Beautiful. Big hand. Already we understand more. Said, tell me first name again. Arion. Yes, Arion.
Does it have something to do with understanding?
Very good question.
Feeling others' emotions?
Sympathy does, but not sympathetic nervous system. It does have something to do with it, but Benjamin.
Sorry for yourself?
No, that's pity. Okay, but there's good because those are words, right? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm only about 10, so
He's only about a 10, 0 to 100. Wait a second. Come on.
Not more than zero. But I'm thinking it has to do with how the systems of the body interact with each other.
Yes.
So
Which systems?
The nervous system.
The nervous system. We have a nervous system. Nerves, right? Sympathetic. He's right there. Keep going.
And the other systems of the body, the muscles and
Yeah.
other things that affect how you think and talk.
Good. So he's there. How many people are clear on sympathetic nervous system? It has something to do. How clear are you, Sean? 0 to 100. Based on what Lowell was saying.
Maybe a 15.
Okay, good. But cool. Okay, 15 is better. Thank you very much. Big hand for Lowell. Okay, Sean, do you have some questions?
Yeah, well, because I would say, because I'm dealing with some of that in real life, there's a neurological matter that deals with the nervous system as well as the brain.
Okay, good. Yes, it does have to do with the brain. Okay, but we have two nervous systems in our body. Okay, everybody ready? How many nervous systems? Two. A central nervous system. What is that one? Our brain and spinal cord. That runs everything. Brain and spinal cord. That's one nervous system. And then you have the peripheral, means the outside nervous system, everything that goes off that system. Nerves to our hands, nerves to our feet, nerves to our heart, nerves to our mouth, in the back. So we have a central nervous system. Now in the peripheral nervous system, oh, this is a good, almost catching myself here. In the central nervous system, we have what's another system that has the sympathetic nervous system in it. It's called, I don't want to get too many names out here, but it's the autonomous nervous system. And it's like the automatic nervous system. So if I see a rattlesnake, what does my nervous system do? It jumps, right? It's okay, good. If I see, go ahead, do you have a question?
Does it have something to do with serotonin and cortisol?
Good. Yes, both of the central nervous system, they do have something to do with that. They set in place neurons to think, fear. Yeah, fear especially. Okay, so the sympathetic nervous system is when there's an emergency, right? Everybody got it?
Yes.
So rattlesnake, what if somebody's chasing down the street wants to hit you? What are you going to do? Run. Sympathetic nervous system. It's called the fight flight. Some people might turn around and start fighting, right? Fight flight. It's called fight flight. Fight flight. I'm either going to fight or I'm going to run for flight. Okay? Fight or flight. Good. Area. Okay, so now the thing is, what makes the knot happen? Which system?
Is it the heart? Peripheral?
Your fear, which is the sympathetic nervous system. That's the knot. What makes the sweating? Sympathetic nervous system. What makes the butterflies? Sympathetic nervous system. What makes the pain?
The sympathetic.
Okay, so then the big question is managing emotions is, can we control that system? Can we control it?
Yes.
It's part of the automatic nervous system. Can we control our heartbeat?
No.
Think
Because
now.
it falls under the central.
Can we affect our heartbeat?
Yes.
How?
If you run fast and run slow.
Beautiful.
Down, you breathe.
If you okay, name? Myra, good. If you calm down, if you just do like this, if you breathe, as Myra says, oh, what will my heart do?
Slow down.
Slow down. But if I'm sitting there saying, uh-oh, I'm going to talk in front of class, what am I going to say? What does my heart do? It starts beating faster and I get the knot in the chest. Or I get the butterflies, or I get the sweating, or I get the pain. Everybody got it? That's but what's causing that knot? The sympathetic nervous, what's controlling that knot? Okay, beautiful, Myra. Big hand for Myra. Okay, look at her. Look at her. She didn't like that. Myra, you said it, right? Beautiful. Okay, so here it is, Myra. We are what we think we are. Does that make sense, Myra?
Yeah.
All that we are arises, you tell me the answers, with our, Myra, our thoughts. Beautiful. Big hand for Myra. That's a big philosopher that said that. Myra's sitting up here, man, major philosopher in the classroom. Look at her, happy as a big time philosopher. Big time, as we used to say in Oakland. Walking down the street, man, you're a big time philosopher. That's right, man. Get back. Right? Isn't that beautiful? But see, in the classroom, we don't get happy like that a lot of times. We let the knot control us. We let the butterflies control us. We let the sweating control us. Because what do we think? Oh, damn, I'm sweating. What am I thinking now? Oh, I'm sweating. What's going to happen? Oh, I might start showering or something. You know, might make a big puddle on the floor or something. And then everybody's going to do what? Laugh. Does it not get bigger and stronger?
Yes.
Does the butterflies get bigger and stronger? Oh, they might laugh at me. Does the sweating get worse? Does the pain get worse? Yes. And all it is Myra's taught us, it's what we're thinking. Do we got it?
Yes.
So if I think this, if I hear, they're going to call on me, now I'm going to go back to Benjamin, the philosopher Benjamin. Because he said something at first, right? We have to do what with our emotions, Sean? What did he teach us? We have to accept it.
I accept.
Beautiful. Big hand for Arian. Because he's paying attention. Look at it. Accept myself. There's only one Demisi. Accept myself. I am Demisi. I am this knot. You got me? I am this sweating. I am this pain. I am these butterflies. I am who? Me. Don't run from you. That's one of the big things in accepting emotions and controlling emotions and managing emotions. Does it make sense, Sean? Because once you accept yourself, you're okay, I did it. One of the big things I learned in therapy one time is, and the therapist said this to me, Abe Levitsky, he's dead now. That's the other thing too, is we're not going to be here forever, so you better get on your stick and start accepting yourself. Because you're not going to be here forever, right? So let's be here now and accept ourselves. I always like this talk. When I give a talk, I say, you know, you get down to the end of the road and they're putting the last nail in the coffin, and you say, wait, I still haven't accepted myself. This is it. Everybody today say it. I accept myself.
I accept myself.
Now here's one I learned in therapy. I accept myself not accepting myself.
I accept myself. I accept.
You get it? You get it? How many people get themselves when I say, okay, Barbara, look at Barbara got excited on that one. She said, shoot, I get that one. Okay, tell us, Barbara. Come up here and tell us. Big hand for Barbara. Come on. Big hand. Get everybody in the video. Get everybody in the video. I get to act up here. Okay. I accept myself not accepting myself.
I accept myself, not accepting myself.
Beautiful. Look at her, beautiful. Look at her. Look at her. I can't even touch her. She's just, explain that to us, philosopher.
It's okay when you don't accept yourself. You just have to be clear about it.
Yeah, just
You either accept or you don't. When you don't accept, you got to work a little harder.
ready? You accept that you're not accepting, and you work.
Too, and you just work harder.
Right. That's the answer right there.
It is.
Because if you accept yourself, listen to her. If you accept yourself, not accepting yourself, okay, I do, now what can I do about it? But if I don't accept myself, I reject myself, where do I send myself? Down down or away. On a spiral. And you can't do anything with yourself if you don't accept yourself. Okay, so big hand for Barbara.
That's the black hole.
What's that? That's the black hole. Right. Or we call it the white hole too. Don't just give it up to the black. You give me? We got the dark hole. That's even the, I always like that's the white lie. Well, so what about a black lie? Like, hey, let's give it up for all kinds of colors. Red lie. Let's make it red. And then it'd be, no, because I'm Native American people. We wouldn't be picking up anybody. Okay, so let's go. Let's keep going and see. This is in Spanish, but to develop a competence. What does competence mean? This is another. Competence. When you're competent,
It means you know how to.
you know how to compete. You're competent. Okay. Who wants to be more competent in writing? Okay, not you, Marcos? You're good at it?
A little bit. Not that good.
Do you want, well, hold it now. Wait a second. Do you want to be more competent? Do you? Or do you not understand the word yet? Competent. Competent is skillful.
No, I don't know the word yet.
But competent means more skillful. You understand it? Do you want to be more skillful as a writer?
Yes.
Do you want to be more competent as a writer? Good. So in teaching, do you see how teaching, and do you see the teaching, Isela, in the HSI grant? Do you see how this is like when we teach, a lot of teachers just teach and they just keep going on. And they just say, okay, I just said it. Now they must get it, so I'm just going to go on. But no, we have to make sure that we're all getting it because we all deserve to learn, right? That should be a mantra at Merritt. We all deserve to learn. Walk into the classroom. Okay, so accept ourselves. So I have to understand. I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to say here. This is a big one right here. Each one of us. Well, here's what learning involves. When I learn, I change my organization. I change who I am. Does everybody understand? If Demisi learns, or tell him name over here, Brandon. If Brandon learns about the world, does he change himself? No. Right? If Brandon learns about himself, does he change himself? Yes, because now pardon me?
Feel more empowered.
Yeah, he's more empowered. Okay, but for me to change who I am is scary sometimes. Why is it scary if I want to change myself? Okay, now we'll go to name. Vivian looked around. She said, there must be somebody back there. I know he ain't pointing at me. Vivian. Vivian make me blush. Sorry. I say, is blushing part of the sympathetic nervous system?
Yes.
How many people see me blushing?
Yes.
My sympathetic nervous system is blushing, and it can get in the way of me giving good talks because I say, oh, I don't want to blush because then they see me blushing. And what might they think of me if they see me blushing? What might they think of me as somebody? There's something wrong. He's blushing, right? Well, why do people blush?
Because they're nervous.
Because he's nervous. Then I breathe and accept myself. See, I am a little bit nervous, but I don't totally understand that. This is good because I don't totally understand why I'm blushing when I called on Vivian. Actually, now I know why. Anybody want to hear why? Because we have to know ourselves in the world in order to manage our emotions. I want her to like me, and I don't want to put her down and hurt her in any way. Does that make sense? Embarrass her, because then she won't like me. Does that make sense? Yes. But it's everybody here. And so far, everybody, like, hey, I'm feeling good. But Vivian, when she turned around, I sort of like, I made fun of her a little bit. I know that, but I felt it in my heart. See, and I don't want you not. So now I understand myself, and maybe the blushing goes away. Do you understand? Yes. But then maybe I blush a little bit because, damn, I let them know that I don't know myself as well, and then I start blushing a little bit more. But the key thing is we have to know ourselves to accept ourselves. Everybody got it? Yes. So Vivian, what was the question I asked you?
It was something, I'm not sure. You didn't ask.
Yes, I did, didn't I? Somebody help me. It was big, too. Oh, it had to do with this, right? You said that. Why is it difficult for us to change who we are? Why is it difficult for Demisi to change who she is so she lets go of that knot? Or Marco so he relaxes the butterfly? Or Benjamin so he doesn't sweat as much? Or Leona so she doesn't, is it Leona or is it Leola, so she doesn't hurt? Why is it difficult for us to get to know ourselves? Okay.
The answer lies in every person.
Yes, you're right, but what? Good answer.
I think if I were in their shoes, it'd probably be getting stuck in the same pattern, the cycle
That I learned somewhere.
that I learned somewhere from childhood.
Yes. That what? That's difficult for me to face. Everybody got it? Face. You see what I did with my hands? I want to keep it over there. I don't want to find out about that knot. Do you want to find out about it? Come on, Denise. Do you want to find out about your knot? So you let your knot go? You see the way I do it? This is Oakland. That's Oakland. That's Oakland because people say, no. What? You don't what? And then, okay, yes, I do. Right? You got it? Do you want to find out about your butterflies?
Yes.
You're sweating? Okay, good. It's hard. That's okay. Pardon me?
It's just because I get the sweating for me, I'm talking about myself, is that the sweating happens because people put me down so much, and then I get to the point where I get sweat a lot when somebody asks me a question.
Right.
Because I get the wrong answer.
So Benjamin can talk about it, but he's still feeling it. So there's talking about it, and then there's changing the feeling. So I want to do some of that. Leola, do you want to know about where the pain comes from? Yeah. Okay, good. Hey, what did she say? Yeah. Yes. No, she didn't say yes. She said yes. She said, hang on, let me get up there. I want to know. Okay, good. So let's keep going because we're going to do that. Our schools are fear factories. How many people remember first, second grade, and then you didn't know how to read or you didn't know how to say something? How did you feel? How did you feel?
Sad.
Sad. What did you feel in your body?
Nervous.
Where?
In my stomach.
There's part of the origin, right? Demisi, the knot. Feel the knot. Can you feel the knot?
Yes.
Can you see a picture of your little girl having that little knot when you were a little girl?
Yeah.
How old is she?
7.
I breathe so I don't get scared because I love her and I don't want to hurt her, but I may taking her to that knowledge. This is not therapy. This is learning about emotions. There's a difference. Therapy is when you get in a room with somebody and they start helping you out and they really let you go kind of, whoa, this is scary. No, I'm trying to teach you because, good. Did you like to learn about that knot when you were 7?
Yes.
Beautiful, good. All right, big hand. Everybody getting the idea? Okay, so in school we learn to develop the knots, the butterflies. Can anybody share a story? Let's ask, I was going to ask Isela. Do you remember in elementary school, Isela, when something happened in elementary school where you felt hurt by your teachers or something?
Yeah.
What? Can you share with it?
Sure. Asked everyone, I think she was trying to teach us about eating a good breakfast or lunch.
Yeah.
She asked everybody, what did you have for breakfast? And I was like,
Oh, look at her. You see her? What did she do? What did she do? Same thing happened to him already. Wait a second. But let's hold. But did you see her there? What did she do when she raised her hand? She did. But how did she look? Show us, Benjamin. Yeah, but show us with your body. Show. Come on, you got. There he is. You see him? That's what she did. So here she is. Go ahead. And then what happened?
2 Oreo cookies.
That's what you said?
Yeah, Willie, like with pride.
With pride. Listen to this. And then what happened?
Just frowned at me.
Oh, and how did you?
The next person.
And how did you feel?
Really bad. Like, what did I just do? Or what is?
Yeah. And what did you feel in your body? What did you feel in your body? Yeah.
everywhere.
Good. A tightness, right? So here's the explanation of this. This is beautiful. Big hand. In our experiences in the world, we're here to be alive and complete. Everybody with me? And when we reach out, when Miss Santana or Isela reached out, Professor Santana reached out, did she want to be complete and happy?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm alive. I ate 2 cookies. Great cookies, yes. What did she? Yeah, I went to school today and told about my. Yes, but what did she get? A frown, like what, something's wrong with you. And then what does she do? Did she go forward or she go back? Tightness. So instead of going forward, she pulled back with shame. Or vergüenza in Spanish. You got it, Vivian? That learning right there is a block to your ability to be a powerful learner, because the environment did not support you to be complete. Does that make sense, Sean? Come up here for a minute, Sean. Big hand. Come on, big hand for Sean. I want you to re-explain. I want you to explain what I just said to the group. Is that okay? No, come up here. Please. See here, how many of you in school were never asked to come up front? Yeah, or how many of you were scared to go to the front? Okay, that's the same sort of question. Okay, so now, Sean, I said that was, you got that one, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember it, or do you want me to restate it?
Restate it.
Okay, so let me try to remember it so I can restate it. So when Miss Santana, Professor Santana said, hey, she wanted to be recognized for being her special self that had 2 Oreo cookies that morning, right? And what did the teacher do?
She frowned on her.
And then Professor Santana did what? She pulled back in what? Shame. Okay, so explain that whole process of what's happening with we as human beings when we go live our life and we have experience. Describe it again in your own words.
Well, I would say that
Nice and loud so we get you on video.
when we're not supported in our environment, whether it's in our school,
Come over here, just come here for a
in
minute.
our learning environment,
Beautiful.
in our learning environment, or in our household environment, wherever environment where we're trying to be our best selves, and trying to learn and trying to evolve, and be a part of the whole experience. But when we're given some bad feedback, rejected about being excited or wanting to contribute to the whole experience,
Or even making mistakes. That's for the worst one.
so it makes us want to withdraw or be like, well, maybe I'm not good enough to be a part of this group or this environment, whether it's class or whether it's home and such. So I most definitely feel in the past, I also had certain experiences being a person with dyslexia myself.
Yes.
And having to, struggle with learning and reading and writing and trying to articulate myself, and, always being compared with my sister. Well,
If you look at him.
they would,
Like, just rap it now.
They would tell her to spell airplane and tell me to spell cat, because I would, so it personally affected me in a lot of ways, but I'm getting over it,
Good. I'm getting over it.
I'm getting over
Me. But I don't want to get over. I'm getting to know me and accept me.
Yes.
You got me?
Yes.
It's not getting over you, because you don't want to get over. You want to get with you.
Right.
Does that make sense? But
Yes.
you're doing it.
Yes.
You're doing you.
Yes.
You got me? Everybody got it?
Yeah.
So big hand for Sean. He did it. Now I'm going to show you a slide, and it's a major theory of Gestalt. It's in this book, but it's going from environmental support. Did you hear him? He said the environment doesn't support us. You remember what he said that? Yes. Gestalt says we have to go from environmental support to self-support. Did Professor Santana get environmental support? No. And all of us, when you were 7, did you get supported? That not? Okay, Myra's saying no. But we need to get that support. And that's what you're doing now. And that's what professors, we do this here to support you. And we in the classroom want to support students. Now, when a student makes a mistake in first grade, what do the other students do? Does that support the student? Then they withdraw and shame binds. That's why our schools are fear factories. And the teachers too often don't do anything about it. In fact, they frown and make you feel worse sometimes, right? Okay, so let's keep going. Any questions or comments? How many people like Sean coming up? Was he beautiful? Okay, so let me do another one. 0 to 100, how beautiful was he? 0 to 100. 100. Who else says 100? Vivian, who else? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You see it, Sean? Tell me how you feel. Look at his face. No, keep it up. How do you feel, Sean? Good. And what do you feel in your body, Sean?
Feel nice.
But no, describe it more.
Well, just, happiness.
What does the energy feel like?
It feels like a supported environment.
This is what we're trying to do in college. Learn, and this should be an ILO, SLO. You see what I'm saying? There's different sort of. We should come here and learn more self-support. Everybody got it?
Yes.
But we get self-support through environmental support. Everybody got it? And when the hands went up, he developed more what? Self-support. So the next time he gets in a situation where he says, uh-oh, can I trust myself and support myself? His body's going to remember this, the hands going up, and will he be stronger?
Yes.
You got it? This is really something. Okay, so we're going through it. Let's keep going. So we've developed, I did, when I flunked out of Laney, I was a community college student and I flunked out. Why? Because I didn't develop self-support. You hear me? Now go ahead, Myra.
I used to be so quiet that nobody realized I was there. So
Good.
even since elementary, I was so quiet. The teacher never called on me. I mean, I didn't even want to be called on. I didn't care. Like I was just so I started just playing around.
But wait a second. When Myra says she didn't care, did she really care?
Yes.
But she learned to put up a block to save herself.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And that happened through the whole college and everything. I just didn't talk for a long time. And I guess now I see how right now, like just right now, seeing how that affects me to now.
You're just seeing it right now.
Yeah.
Good. So do you see this should be part of the teaching? Not only here, but in high school, elementary school, first grade. Yesterday I talked to the teachers at Unity High School. And they said, well, you come and talk to our students. And this is what I'm going to do is go talk to the students. But here's one thing I want to say to you. How many of you want to go with me when I go talk to those students and share your story? You know what I mean? Because when you share it, they look at you and they say, that's me. I can do that too. Myra, you got me? But that's beautiful that you share that. And let's stay with that, okay? How many people are proud and happy that Myra shared what she just shared? Raise your hand. 0 to 100, how powerful of a person is she because she shared that? 0 to 100.
100.
How many people say she's 100 powerful as a person? Look around, Myra. Yeah, look at her. You want to hide. She wants to hide again. Do you see that? You get it? How does it feel? How do you feel to see those hands go up?
Emotional and happy.
And what do you feel in your body? Beautiful. Now listen to the word. Listen to words. And really you want to pay attention to learning words. I'm going to write this one big. Recognize. You know what that means? To be thought, to think again. She's being thought about again and again. She feels recognized. Everybody got it? And she feels what? Complete as a person. That's what each one of us is here for. And if you have children, know that that's what you're raising your children to feel. Everybody got it? But beautiful, Myra, so that's good. But many of us, I did, doubts and fears, dudas y miedos, because the environment, as Sean has told us, didn't support us. Eventually, you are your own environment. You get it? You have to develop the strength. But you don't develop it by yourself. Because did you feel when I was holding you? Because you felt, and I felt when you were holding me. I felt supported as a teacher, as a speaker. You felt supported up here. Even though we can do it on our own, it's sort of not real. We need to best do it with each other. You felt good when others raised their hands. Myra, you felt good when others. You want to do it with others. And we should be doing it in every classroom in this college, every classroom in Oakland, every classroom in the United States. But then it gets a little bit big, right? So we develop a split. So here it is. So each one of us has a learning self. Myra did. Professor Santana did. Sean did. Misi does. We develop a split between I can and I can't. Everybody got it? And this split right here, I call the zone of growth or change. Whenever we get there, it's I am scared. My knots come up. You got me? Whenever I get to a place where, I may not be able to learn, then that knot, the sweating, the pain come up. That's when we need to breathe, and we need to support ourselves, accept ourselves, and start learning. This is learning here. So I'm going to talk about that. But now we're getting into emotions here, so let me keep going. Everybody understand that 0 to 100, the split? It is our birthright to achieve completeness. How many people want to be complete? What's complete, 0 or 100? 100. So if I'm at 50, am I complete? 50 of me is complete. 50 of me needs to be added. You got it? Go ahead, Myra. Beautiful. I love it, Myra. I love it. So say it again. I'm not sure it's in. I want you to come up here, because I want to teach something. Come up here. I want you, because I'm teaching, I want you to look at Myra as she talks, and remember, I am somebody. Everybody got it? Everybody say it.
I am somebody.
Body. So you say, here's what you said. Is it one area, or is it all areas? Say it again.
Is it one area or is it in all areas?
Okay, good. What did her body do? No, look, what did she do with her hand? That's what she did it with. No, she did, is it in one area? You did like this. Everybody got it? Or is it in all areas? You see, what's completeness? Is it in one area? Am I complete if I just complete this piece? Or am I complete if I do all areas? You got it? See, I got me. Look at her smiling. See, our body is always talking. We just have to pay attention to ourselves. It isn't about just one little piece. It's about all of us, right? Yes. So I'm going to use you. I have a chapter in my book, The Gestalt of My Life. What does it mean to achieve completeness? If you don't mind, I'm going to use that. Okay. And I'll maybe even put your picture in it. Okay, look at it. Good. Big hand. Okay, yeah, completeness is in everything. But do we get everything right away, or do we have to build it? Build ourselves. We have to build it, right?
Yes.
Is your not part of your completeness?
Yes.
Yes, because your not is making you not want to complete yourself.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's keep going. There is the split. I can, that's Spanish. I can't. We are somebody, our body carries our history of learning and development. Everybody got it? Myra's got it. She knows. All she's got to do is pay attention to her body. Yes. Go ahead, Myra. Is Myra doing great? Yes. Go ahead.
How do you know when you're 100% complete? How do you know?
Okay, did you see what her body just said? No, you got to watch her. How do you know? Listen. Everybody do it. Do it like this. How do you know? And see if there's a different feeling of putting your fingers together. How does that feel to do this, Myra? Yes, where? Yes, good. So how do you know? You pay attention to your body. Your body speaks its mind. We are who we think we are. How will I know if I'm complete? When I did my work in Gestalt, I was crying and I said, I want to know what's up there. I want to get up there. You got it? Pay attention to your body. So we're going to learn this. We're doing great. We actually have learned most of what I wanted to cover today. Okay, if I answer wrong, they'll all laugh at me and think I'm stupid. All the eyes are on me. Anybody ever feel like that in class? Oh, everybody's looking at me? How does it feel? How do you feel when you think that? Not good. Not time. Not time. When you hold your pencil, you're holding your pass. When you go to do math and you're holding that pencil, oh man, let me see if I can get in touch with it. I could see myself in elementary school. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I don't even know what I'm doing. So I have to breathe and hold that pencil differently. And say, I love you, pencil. Help me. Help me be strong. I am the pencil. I will do this. And then I go into class, yeah. Now I got to listen, right, and learn. But at least I'm not being held back by the pencil.
Right.
Everybody got it? So we got to pay attention to our body. Okay. This is me. Students need education. Well, this is actually not me. This is from a very famous Latino psychologist who said the students don't need therapy. They need education about emotions. You got me? How many of you are enjoying this? You know, now somebody could say, well, you need to go to therapy, learn about yourself. Well, then you said, well, damn, what do I have to go to therapy for? No, education first, then counseling, then therapy. Therapy is the highest level. Did you have a question, Isela?
What's his first name?
Amado Padilla. Yeah. But, and I've got the reference in my dissertation. I got to bring in my dissertation, remember, because did I bring it last time? No. Maybe I can go get it. It's in my office. But a little welfare kid who flunked out of Laney, and then I did a PhD dissertation. I'm going to just show you that's a big change. And I had to deal with some serious knots. I'm talking about some serious knots. You got me? I'm not talking about some lightweight knot. I'm talking about like get into the knots, man. There's some serious knots. Okay. Emotions are in the body. We've already gone over that, right? Yes. Remember the stereotype threat? How many of you remember we talked about that last time? Stereotype threat. What's the big stereotype about African American people in the United States and learning? What's the big stereotype? Stereotype. It's not the truth. It's a stereotype.
Stereotype is that they're, not that smart.
There you go.
Not so intelligent.
Okay, stop. So if I go into the classroom and I'm paying attention to, I've lived that stereotype. How many of us have lived that stereotype? How about Latinos and Latinas? What's the stereotype about us?
That we can't write.
Can't write, can't do what else? In school. Son flojos.
Yeah,
Lazy. So if I'm under that stereotype, what am I going out or in? In. That's stereotype threat. And that means in the classroom, I'm paying more attention to the ghost of stereotype threat rather than the teacher. And if the teacher believes in the stereotype threat, whoa. Tell us whoa. Tell us what that whoa means. And do teachers sometimes believe it?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't even hesitate on that, yes. And so teachers need to get rid of that, and we need to get rid of that stereotype threat. And so here it is. Here it is. Here's what we talked about before. Professor Santana experienced frustration, experienced shame, vergüenza. That develops what's called like a bind, a knot. And I'm not saying with her, and then it's called a fixed gestalt. So what the word gestalt, because we have to learn that today. What does the word gestalt mean? It means whole or complete. You got me? A fixed gestalt is, oh, I had this experience, the not, and this experience told me, oh, I'm not very proud of myself or whatever, I'm ashamed or I'm scared. And then that became fixed, set, and now it's a not. It's part of who I am. It's a fixed whole. Is it all of you? No, is it all of you? Is that not all of you? No, it's just a fixed whole. It's just one piece of you. It's that one piece, and you got to get in there and open it up so you can now be more complete. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
0 to 100, how complete, how clear is that?
100.
Good. Okay, so see, we're constantly looking at the world, mapping the field. If a person reaches out to others around him and experiences frustration, she begins to hold back from reaching out. This holding back is shame, hiding, wanting not to be seen. Everybody got vergüenza. There are parts of our learning self that we split off. Everybody got it?
Yes.
Thinking, feel. This is a good one. What's our time here? Okay, we got about 27 minutes. Okay. How many of you have ever been in a relationship with somebody? And you were in the relationship and you thought, I don't really want to be in this relationship. Anybody? I know, look at the basics. They say, oh, that's my knot. And then you think, I don't want to be in the relationship. How many of you have ever felt bad about being in the relationship? How many of you then have stayed in the relationship? Yes, that's right. You see, thinking, we think something, we feel something, but we don't behave it. In order to be complete, we have to think something, feel it, and do it. Does that make sense? We have to be one. Everybody got it?
Yes.
So part of what we're doing is bringing this thinking, behaving, and feeling together about ourselves as learners and emotions. Now here's the Gestalt cycle of experience. Let me explain this here. So now, look at this. Everybody got to listen to this because this is big right here. See, look, this is good that I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm lighting the fire. Okay, yeah, I'm lighting the fire. The fire of just being alive. Okay, now sensation. This is it right here. Sensation is when something happens. Remember, let's use someone else. Let me use. Okay, Demisi. She says, I'm gonna use you because you were sitting. Demisi. The knot. Can we talk about the knot a little bit? Do you want to be more complete? Okay, so do you trust me? 0 to 100, how much do you trust me? Beautiful, that's good. See, that's really important. Because if she'd have told me 30, I need to build up that trust. Now, let me tell you, yesterday when I talked to the teachers at Unity, I did 0 to 100. How much are you connected with me? Now, I'm going to teach you something. This is pretty deep right here. Everybody ready? I got to breathe. It's going to be a little bit tough one. So, some people said 25. This one guy said 25. This one person said 70. I feel connected to you. Demisi said 100. This African American teacher, the woman, said 0. I'm 0 connected with you, even though I was a speaker brought in by the. Why does she do that? Because she was 0 connected. But why? Was it me? It was something that she saw in me that triggered. Beautiful, triggered. Not the knot, some disconnection. So I said, okay, let me see what I can do. So I did. I introduced myself. I actually brought her up and participated. One time I was doing something that happened to me in elementary school. I said, 0 to 100, how much are you and me connected? She said, 80. So I went from 0 to 80. Now, we do this with ourselves. You got to be connected to yourself. Myra, based on this talk and some of the things you've got into 0 to 100, how connected are you with yourself right now? Look at that. See what I did with my hand? How about you? Is Marcos?
Marcos, yes.
How about you? 0 to 100, how much you connected with yourself?
100.
Good. Demisi? 50. Beautiful. Okay, so now we go back to Demisi. Thank you, Demisi. So the knot. Can you see yourself as a little girl feeling that knot? Where is she, at home or school?
At home.
Okay. You see, I breathe.
Yes.
See, if I was scared of this, I wouldn't breathe. You got me? But I've done this before. Okay. So, are you feeling scared?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to get rid of the knot here? I'm not going to, we don't even have to talk about what's going on. I don't even need to know what's gone or anything. Do you want to deal with the knot? Okay, so come on up. A big hand. Now remember, this is called Gestalt Educational Counseling. This is not Gestalt therapy, although it could be, just not. But I'm doing it. I'm doing this approach. Okay, so you can sit down in one of the chairs. Here's the 7-year-old with the knot. Now this might get a little emotional. Is that okay? I breathe, because if we're scared of our emotions, then we can't accept ourselves. Does that make sense? So everybody's got to move over. Vivian, if you can move over so you can see. If you can move over and you can see Vivian. If you can see Demisi. Or maybe if we move back here a little bit more. Just so people can. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. So good. So let me explain what this is first, because I'm teaching you. I'm not doing therapy. This is called the empty chair technique. Everybody got it? So I'm going to go back. Words. There. It's the empty chair technique, and we're going to do the I can't and I can. We're going to look at that split. Everybody got it? Okay, so and I did this when I was a associate dean at San Francisco State. I used to go to work every day, and I'd be so nervous in my arms, and I went and did this work, and it went away. Okay, does that make you feel a little bit better? Hopeful. Yeah, good. Okay, so this is the 7-year-old girl who's got the knot. Okay, you see her there with the knot. Just this is all pretend. What do you want to say to her? Try not to block. Demisi, I love you. How many of us love Demisi right here? Raise your hand. Look around, Demisi. You got it? Do you feel the love?
Yes.
Yeah, but you said, damn, I feel the love, but I'm also feeling something else. Okay, so what do you want to say to her?
I love you, and you could do anything that you put your mind to do.
Okay, good. But say it loud so everybody can hear you.
I love you, and you could put your mind at doing anything you want to do.
Okay, good. Everybody hear that? Now, see, I love you, and you can put your mind to do anything you want to do. So I think maybe, does she believe that?
Yes. No.
Well, she's got the knot. Does she feel unhappy? Does she feel like she can do everything she wants to do, or she feel? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody got it? You got to get to know yourself. You got to accept yourself, okay? So how about coming over here and being the 7-year-old? So you're going to be the 7-year-old. Now she just heard Demisi, the adult Demisi, say to her, you can do anything you want to do. But she doesn't believe that. You got me?
Yes.
So is she telling you the truth?
Yes.
No, you don't believe it's the truth. Is she telling you? Do you think she's telling you the truth?
No.
So how do you feel with what she's saying? Does it make you feel strong, or does it make you feel kind of like, what are you doing?
In between.
In between. So tell her, I'm feeling in between about what you're saying.
I'm feeling in between about what you're saying.
Because
Because
I don't really feel I can do everything,
I don't really feel I could do everything.
although I want to do everything.
Although I want to do everything.
So I don't know if you really are connected to me.
So I don't know if you really are connected to.
Does that make sense? Did you feel it strong as a 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm helping. I'm not doing therapy. I'm teaching. Okay, so come back over here. So Demisi, what does she say?
She has doubts.
Good. So tell her. So, and how do you feel because of her doubts?
It's getting higher.
What's getting higher?
The percent, like the number.
The percent of what?
Like from 0 to 100.
Okay, no. How do you feel because she has doubts in your body? What do you feel?
Um,
Anything? I mean, because maybe you don't feel anything yet.
doubtful, like shame.
Okay, and what does that doubt and shame feel like in your body?
Let
Where,
down.
huh?
Let down.
Where do you feel it in your body?
All over.
Okay, good. So tell her. So I hear you, little Demisi,
I hear you, little Delisi,
saying that you have doubts about what I say.
saying that you have doubts about what I'm saying.
And I feel, what was the feeling you had? I feel,
I feel the knot.
oh, it's the knot you feel, is it?
Yeah.
I feel a knot in my chest.
I feel a knot in my chest.
Because I feel like what?
I feel like I'm gonna let you down,
Good. And say, I don't want to let you down.
and I don't want to let you down.
How does that feel to say to her, I don't want to let you down?
Good.
Where?
All over.
Good. There's the self-support. I don't want to let you down. Everybody got it? Okay, so I'm going to guide you a little bit more. Is that okay? In therapy, in Gestalt therapy, I wouldn't do any guiding. The person would do all the work. And even though they were all over the place, but that's part of the therapy. But I'm doing teaching about this. Little Demisi,
Little Demisi,
I want you to know
I want you to know
that I know you have doubts.
that I know you have doubts,
And I know you want to succeed,
and I know you want to succeed,
but you have doubts about it.
but you have doubts about it.
And I want you to understand
And I want you to understand
that everything you experience,
that everything you experience,
your doubts
your doubts,
and your strengths,
and your strengths,
I experience with you.
I experience with you.
I am you.
I am you.
How does that feel to say that to her?
Good.
Where?
All over.
How about the knot?
It's gone.
It's gone?
Yes.
Where did it go? Oh, this is beautiful. She's feeling all over. Good. Where did the knot go? The knot was the energy of the entire complete body of support that's now out there because she said, I accept you. You got me?
Yes.
You got me?
Yes.
Say, come over here, let's see what little Demisi feels. You could already tell how little Demisi feels. She just went over to the chair and just started smiling. Like, give me a sucker. How do you feel hearing that?
Great.
Great. So what did she say to you?
That she heard that, that she knew that she had some doubts.
That you have some doubts.
Yeah, that I had some doubts. And that I was going to succeed.
But she also accepted you
that.
having doubts, right?
Yes.
And she said, I am you
Yes.
and I am with you.
Yes.
How do you feel hearing that? I am you and I am with you and I accept you.
Excellent.
Excellent. Where do you feel that? Excellence.
In my stomach.
In your stomach. And what does your stomach feel like?
It's like happy thoughts.
It's happy thoughts. Good. And we do have neurons in our stomachs. They know that now. We have about 100 million. Good. So what do you want to say to her?
I'm proud.
I'm proud of what? Tell her.
It's
You're the little Demisi. I'm proud of what? Oh.
I'm proud of you.
Good. Say it. No, but okay, I'm proud. But here's what you did. You said, I'm proud of you. And you didn't let the air come out. No. It's just you said, I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Try this. I am proud of you.
I am proud of you.
How does that feel?
Good.
Where?
In my heart.
You see that? You see how you talk to yourself? You got it? Everybody see it? You have to pay attention every day. How am I talking to myself?
Okay.
How am I supporting myself? Because, okay, come over here. So let's see what Demisi, the woman here. How's the knot? Where's the knot? Look at, do you see the shoulders? Anybody see the shoulders move? Did anybody see the shoulders move? Did you see them, Lowell? She did a little what? She did a little Stefan Curry. You know, she did like this, didn't she? Did you feel it? Okay, do the shoulders. Do the shoulders. Good. Keep doing them, and tell her what you feel.
I feel that.
Okay, you see what her legs did. Now she even reached out to her. Do you see that? I want you, this is what happens in Gestalt. If you ever want to do some deep therapy, find a Gestalt therapist. That person will pay attention to your body and say, okay, that's what's going on now. Let's talk about that. She said, okay, yes. Okay, so do that. And tell her what you feel hearing her. Yeah, keep doing it and tell her what you feel. Yes.
I feel better knowing that you heard me and that you knew I was with you the whole time.
Beautiful. I feel better knowing that you heard me. In our days, if we don't hear ourselves, we don't feel better. We have to pay attention to ourselves in love. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go. Now, and from here, from all this beautiful positive energy,
Okay.
say it,
From all this beautiful
I want you to
positive
know
energy, I want you to know
that I think you're absolutely wonderful.
that I think you're absolutely wonderful.
And you can move your hands about and do it if you want. And I want you to know beyond the shadow of a doubt
And I want you to know beyond the shadow of a doubt
that I love you with my whole heart and being.
that I love you with my whole heart and being.
How do you feel there saying that to her?
The same.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Where?
All over my body.
All over your body. Is the knot there? Okay, come over here. The knot is what? I want you to. Okay, how does the little Demisi feel?
Dissolve.
The knot is dissolved, but how does the little Demisi feel?
She feels good.
Okay, tell her. What do you want to tell her?
Thank you.
Talk to her.
Thank you
Thank you for what?
for helping me get over the knot
Okay,
and believing in me.
good. For helping me believe in me.
For helping me believe in me.
Does she believe in herself?
Yes.
Good. And thank you for sharing with me your belief in yourself.
And thank you for sharing with me the belief in yourself.
Beautiful. Good. So come over here. We're going to finish this now. Do you remember little Demisi, something she liked doing when she was a little girl that really made her happy, like drawing, dancing, running, climbing trees, playing basketball, kicking soccer balls,
Playing with my dolls.
playing with, do you see her playing with her dolls?
Yes.
Is she happy?
Yes.
Okay, say, little Demisi,
Little Denise.
I see you playing with your dolls,
I see you playing with your
and I
dolls,
want you to know,
and I want you to know
for the rest of my life,
for the rest of my
you
life,
get to play with your dolls.
you get to play with your dolls.
You don't have to be me anymore.
You don't have to be me anymore.
I want you to think about that. You got it?
Yes.
I'm taking over responsibility for my life. Say it.
I'm taking over responsibility.
I'm not
for my
using
life.
you anymore.
I'm not using you anymore.
Do you feel good?
Yes.
Where do you feel the feeling?
Right here.
Yeah. And from there, okay, so let's turn around. Let's let her go. She's going to be okay.
Okay.
Now, when you start using her again, you're going to see her back in that little spot with the knot.
Okay.
And then you say, I'm sorry. Go on and play with your dolls. Let me deal with what's happening. Okay, so let's turn around. And let's stand up. And from that strength in your chest, tell the group, I'm taking over responsibility of my life,
I'm taking over responsibility.
and I'm not using little Demisi anymore.
I'm not using little Denise anymore.
Does that make sense? Big hand? Okay, hold it. Does somebody, well, good. Does somebody want to say something positive about watching Demisi in this experience and support her? Anything?
I would like to say that, you showed a lot of, just being free, being able to release the knot by addressing some, serious, long-term, issues or matters that's been affecting you since childhood. So to be able to see yourself as an adult, talking back to yourself, to give yourself the words of encouragement, empowerment, care, and adoration, so that you can feel loved as a child. So because if you're loved as a child and supported as a child, it helps you become, more as an adult. You don't have to feel like who cares for
You get it?
love.
You get it? Everybody get it? Everybody, big hand for Sean. Everybody gets it? That's it. That's what we're out here doing, is completing ourselves. Now, parents don't mess with kids, and if schools don't mess with kids, and if police don't mess with kids, and if X, Y, Z don't mess with kids, then the child develops his or her self-support. Everybody got it? But even if they do, and in prisons, people can shift. Now, this is really pretty positive what I did, because I had a little bit of control of it. sometimes the knot, I can go there and teach you about the fear and the hurt and the crying, and that's okay. That's just a different way of moving. But this is beautiful because, is the knot there?
No.
Good. Now, when you go in the classroom and you feel the knot because you have to speak up,
Okay.
or you have to do something, you have to write a paper, or you have to, the knot is little Demisi trying to figure things out. You say, okay, get to go draw, and then I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to go to Learning Center, I'm going to go to talk to my professor, and I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to deal my strength. And you're going to see that knot go.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, big hand. Okay, have a seat. Very good, very good. That was sweet. I like that. Okay, so let's go on. See how much time I have. Come on. Here, 7 minutes. Okay, so here. So when we're in any situation that is an emergency, that's something that's challenging us, we feel something, sensation. Now she's going to feel the knot. Now she knows about it. She's going to be aware. The knot is here again. You got me? Now what she's going to do is she's going to think things like, let me breathe and support myself, and she's going to mobilize her energy instead of blocking her energy. You remember what she did when she loved herself? I love myself, I support you, I'm going to go forward. Then the energy, she mobilized the energy, she got it going. Everybody got it? And then what did she do? She acted and she said, I love you. Write the paper. Speak up in class. Everybody got it? Go to the tutoring center. Speak to your professor. Action. And then you say, aha, this is me. I got to learn. And then we go to the 0 to 100 about completing ourselves. This is what I have to learn. And then I say, I'm clear about who I am. And Myra left the room, but I am more what? Everybody got it? More, I am more what? What did she say? Complete, whole. It is our birthright to achieve completeness. There's only one Demisi, there's only one Marcos, there's only one Brandon, Benjamin, Arion. It's a name again? Leola, Sean, Vivian, Isela, Lo, Mario, Barbara, Mary, and Lisa. Okay? It is our birthright to achieve completeness. So we have to, the butterflies, the nervousness is our sensation. Aware, what is this? What are these feelings about? And this work, I'll do it. I'll do it, like I said, I'll do it with you individually, or, and I said we could do it in the group. But this group, now that's been through this, I can come to a class session if you want and just do it with people. How many people would like to do this? Okay, good. And some of it might get a little emotional, but that's okay, because then you get even a fuller picture. Mobilize my energy, act. When I was at Cal State Hayward, I used to sit in my classes and not talk one time the whole term.
Whole term?
Yeah, and the teacher never called on me. Yeah. So I was back here. Now I couldn't even mobilize my energy. Now, but once I went and did work with myself, now I can mobilize my energy and I have contact with my learning self. I can learn. I love myself as a learner. If I get stuck, I will go forward. That's the learning self. And every time I do something to learn more, I assimilate or bring this picture of completeness more and more together. I think I'll put completeness over here at some point. And then I let go and I go to the next situation. This can happen in relationships. This can happen at work. This can happen in school. Everywhere. Does that make sense? What do I feel? What are my emotions? But my emotions don't control me. I am aware of myself. You could actually learn. If you see your little girl, okay, so Marcos, the nervousness, the butterflies in your stomach. We're not going to do the work, but feel the butterflies in your stomach. Can you see yourself as a little boy?
Yes.
How old is he?
8.
What does he want?
To go to school.
Yeah, but what does he want by going to school?
To graduate.
Okay, so he wants to learn,
Yes.
right? So, okay, Brandon. Oh, we didn't do you. So, Benjamin, the sweating. Can you see the little boy, Benjamin? Where is he? In the corner crying. What does he need? Acceptance.
Thank you.
That's what you said. So he needs that. So we'll come to the classroom and we'll do the work, okay? Because what you'll do is you'll put you here and you'll put the child in the corner crying, and we'll do that talking. And you may have to experience that hurt, but that hurt will be part of your freedom. Arian, we didn't do with you. Leola, the pain. Do you see yourself as a little girl feeling the pain? What does she want? To walk. Good. So then we put her in the chair, and then we go to that to help her have that experience of being able to walk. Okay? Do we understand it? So in our childhood, see, our future will be our past. We'll either live our whole life. Some people live their whole life and all they do is relive their childhood. Anybody want to do that?
Yeah.
Our future will be our past unless we bring our past into our present, just like Demisi did. She brought her past right here and redid her past and chooses her future. That's the goal. Choose our future, not live our past. We got it? Okay. Other support to self-support. How many of you felt other support from me today? How many of you felt other support from each other? That's what we should be doing in all our classrooms. How many of you feel a greater amount of self-support? Good, you got it? Good, good. There we understand how emotions, there's the empty chair. And I wrote a chapter in a book on this. Let me end on this. How is this baby feeling? Connected. What else is the baby feeling in their body? Warm. What else? Security. But what do they feel physically? Warmth. When we're anxious, do we feel warm or cold? Cold. Because the blood goes all to the heart because we're trying to protect ourselves. This is other support. Other support. You see the little boy being held, supported by, how does he feel with his father helping him? Confident. Testosterone, remember that? Strong. My father didn't do this to me. I didn't see. Remember I shared that last time? He hit me, kicked me. Did I feel that? No, I had to do the work. You give me, Demisi? We have to do the work to be who we are, to learn to trust ourselves. Total trust in the world, total trust in the world. Trust, here there's trust in the Father, right? And he's learning trust for himself. Other support to self-support. Everybody got it? There she is, look at her. You got it? Whoa! That's when we go to tutoring. I got to learn math. I got to learn writing. Whoa! You got it? And then there's a little bit more. Now this one right here. I'll finish on this one. How many of you like this little kid? Do you feel like you want to? Yeah, I'd like to talk to him and get to know him. This child has what Keegan in this book writes. He has recruitability. He can bring people to him just by his face, his eyes. But after the first grade, when he starts doing this, he stops recruiting people to him. And what Keegan says that most kids in school learn to stop reaching out. We have to reach out to learn, right? So teachers have to reach out, but we students have to reach out with each other. You got me? A lot of times we sort of stay away from each other. So we want to build classrooms where we recruit each other to be powerful learners. And here's a place to stand. This is when Jimmy Santiago Baca wrote, he went to prison, he didn't know how to read and write. When at last I wrote my first words on a page, I felt like an island rising beneath my feet like the back of a whale. I had a place to stand for the first time in my life. Is that beautiful?
Yes.
Each one of us is looking to experience our place to stand in the world. Have that whale. Right, Myra? Myra, thank you for that gift. You got me? How will you know when you're complete? When you have that feeling. You got me? Okay. Entonces, como dicen todos en el mundo. No, I'm only kidding. I love you dearly and thank you for spending this time with me. Okay?
Really quick, I know you guys did this last time, but I need you to do it again, is to fill out an evaluation for Professor Rivas. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Professor
My
Rivas.
pleasure.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that I made it to this session, late, but you had a wonderful flower. I saw him 2 months ago, and I said this guy has a really nice spirit.
Beautiful.
To, meet him one day.
Thank you, Sean. Well, here you met me. Now I'm here on this campus now, so you can talk to me more. And I'm glad to have met you. In fact, I get a little teary-eyed because I was raised in Mosswood Park in North Oakland. I don't know if that's where you were raised. But so I feel that every day I would be kids just like you.
What's the name of the workshop?
This workshop was called managing your managing your emotions to be a better, more powerful learner.
Managing your emotions is
Oh, the name of this book? This is called. It's actually Beyond the Hot Seat. Actually, this is called the Hot Seat too, and it's actually they have a chapter in here that I did that exercise from. It's called Contact and Boundary: Creating a Non-Traditional College Classroom. So see, too often times this doesn't happen in the classroom. Contact with self, contact with others. This is by Bud Feeder, a guy I did work with too. Bud Feeder, he's a Gestalt psychotherapist in New York City.
Workshop name is
Managing your emotions to become a powerful learner.